Hello, folks. It's time for Halloween. Are you all ready for Halloween? I'm already in my Halloween costume. Hello. I am Zytherfur, QK Squirrelmoggington. And the Q stands for Queen and the K stands for Kobold. And tonight we've got more of the spooky Gabriel Night 3. The chills, the thrills of finding your tour group and, learning about French Catholic religious conspiracies. Which is terrifying. I'm sure. Kobolding you in? Yes, I'm kobolding you in. Consider yourself kobolded, if you like. Hello, Spooky. Yeah, that's me. I'm spooky and pink. Well, I'm sort of scrunchy and pink, really. I'm sort of smushy and pink. It's fine, though. Oh man, this jams. Yet music from the history of these. Bronze District, 1993. 1993, which ease was that? I have to look this up because this freaking jams. Bronze District, that's Ys 4. Okay. Oh, this is a little much. Yeah, I think I'm swapping tracks on this one. That was a bit, overbearing. But, you know, hello! We're gonna be playing some more Gabriel Night. I'm looking forward to this. As usual, I played this, like, once back when it was brand new, and I've never managed to play the game again. So I have very fuzzy memories of what we've got going here. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll learn together what happens. And if I get stuck, there's always game facts, because, by God, none of us are getting any younger, are we? So, I will make good faith efforts to solve the puzzle, so I owe you guys that. I owe myself that. But I'm very curious about where this game is going. I realized I know, like, the basic plot outline. I think I know some of the ending, and that's it. Like, that's all I've picked up through cultural osmosis, except that it allegedly has, like, both the worst puzzle ever and the best puzzle ever in the same game. So, who knows what will happen? So many things could happen, so many things will happen, and we're going to experience them all together. Although we won't experience them all tonight, because, 2 hours to play, but it's a good night for it. It's a good night to wrap up in a blanket, eat candy directly out of the bowl, and, watch Gabriel bumble around being Tim Curry. Do you want more Tim Curry in your life? Sure, we all do. Drink hot chocolate. Well, that depends on what kind of candy you're eating. Like, if you're eating Snickers bars directly out of the bowl, or like, I don't know, Three Musketeers or something, hot chocolate could be a bit much. And if you're eating, like, the fruit option, like you're eating some jujubes, or dots, or, what the hell fruit candies are there anymore? Airheads, I guess? Is Airheads a fruit? Mike and Ike. Yeah, okay. These are all like vintage movie theater candies, though. I don't know if any kid is getting these in their candy bag. Alright. Well, it is time to You don't know if they exist anymore? I'm sure they exist. I think they exist. Like, you can get all kinds of candies on the internet. I just don't know if they're, like, in stores. Let's launch this. Hi, logo. I hate, every time this launches, it puts itself in the exact center of my two screens. So I have to grab it and drag it back over to my main screen. And that freezes some stuff. Alright, let's find out if saving worked. Zoom. Alright, it looks like it worked. So, where were we? Should we look in here? I don't know. Can we get into the car? I can't really cram the camera into the van.
I like a woman who keeps her equipment in good shape.
Alright, Gabriel is being a piece of crap. Thanks, Gabriel. I have a question. Can we go back here and...
I like a woman
Okay,
who keeps
you're just gonna say that.
equipment in good shape.
Can we note down, like, the license plate on this vehicle? There's a couple of things that I thought of while we were offline. Like, I want to try and use this to write down the license plate. True classic tees. Tight on the chest, tapers down. Gabriel is also tight on the chest and tapered downward.
Nope, those don't work together.
Okay, we can't do that. Can we go back inside? Oh, hey, Amelia.
Guess he's getting some fresh air.
I think this guy he called himself Emilio, I think.
So much for that idea.
Just jams his hand in his pocket and runs off, huh? Alright, well, that's fine. I also wanted to look at the guest register again and see if we can pick up who's where.
According to the register, Mr. Baza arrived before me and Buccelli sometime after, and I think I got in around 11.
Alright,
Nope, those don't work together. It's the hotel registry.
Does Gabriel remember who's in what room?
Buzzers for the hotel rooms. Gee, talk about high tech.
Alright, I can buzz people. Presumably that's useful. I just want to find out if Gabriel, like, remembers who's in what room. Because that feels like it could be useful.
Room numbers. That's handy.
God, why did I expect he could do anything on his fucking own?
Room 29. Madeline's room. Oh, I'll have to remember that.
Alright, he remembers who's in what room.
According to the register, Emilio is in this room.
Okay. So, yeah, we have some idea who is where. That's good to know. Admirable 3D graphics. This is like a flight simulator engine or something? Like, it's a miracle that Jane Jensen and company made this game fucking work at all, basically. I do really like that if you hold the camera fixed and click something, Gabriel will walk to it. But if you zoom in on it and click...
Shouldn't that painting be in the dining room? No, that would make too much sense.
He's right there. But off-screen teleportation is actually really polite for this genre. I think that's cool. You can really make the game more cinematic. The game has, fixed camera angles you can look at. I really feel like, they did their fucking best. It's just, you know... Jane Jensen has called this game, like, the last dinosaur in the room. The minute they got this game out, Sierra closed down. Sierra closed down their adventure game division, like, forever. So...
Looks like those front rooms have balconies.
Oh yeah, they do. That's interesting. Well, I bet we're gonna get out on those balconies. I bet we're gonna end up climbing between the balconies. Hands up anyone who thinks that's gonna be the case. It's me. Alright, what's over here?
Museum and church. This place is just jam-packed with culture, isn't it?
Gabriel.
That looks like a private home.
Well, can you go in?
Even if I wanted to open it, I couldn't reach it.
Yeah, there's a fountain over here. This is... intense. Kid, what do you have
If I look at it for too long, I'll have to go back up to the room.
Yeah, that is a little... What is happening up top here? What is happening with that water flow? That's... Yeah, they maxed the frames per second on that and nothing else.
Not sure what it says, but if it has to do with bikes, I'm there.
Circulatoire à l'heure. I don't speak French. And what's over here? Museum and church. Okay. What goes down here?
Villa Bethania. Personal residence constructed by Saunier. Whoever that is.
Yeah, I don't know who Saunier is either.
Villa Bethania. Personal residence
Okay.
constructed by Saunier. Whoever that is.
Can I get close enough to read the, Oh, that's what it said. That's literally what it says. Okay. The resolution is high enough to read the signs. That's very respectable for this game's age.
It says, keep out, more or less.
Yeah, it sure seems to. What's around this corner? Let's just explore the town, you know? I don't know of anything else to do back in the room, so... Oh, this is... lovely.
Sophisticated free-form sculpture. Or rocks.
Tim, why are you doing that with your voice? Or rocks. Were you in Saturday morning cartoon mode, Tim? Oh, when isn't he? Entree. Oh, good. They're gonna give us lunch. Well, it's entree. What is this place? That sure is a door texture.
The books are all old and French.
Old and French. God, Tim.
Windows. Hey, I bet those come in handy.
Love the new avatar. This is, my kobold look. I'm in costume. For Halloween. Hello, Jade System. And Amber, and, sounds like he was assigned a bunch of lines for... Yeah, it kinda does. We're just working our way around this town that Gabriel's found himself in. I don't know if you caught the previous stream. If you have any idea what we're doing here. What's this?
There's a mountain over there. Not surprising since we're close to the Pyrenees.
The Pyrenees. I only know the Pyrenees as like a dog. So. What are you?
It's just a decorative post, I guess.
Oh, Gabriel, nothing's just decorative. We're playing a point-and-click adventure game. A vague idea of detective themes and cozy polygon. That's
It's
close
just
enough.
a decorative post, I guess.
No, this means something. We're gonna have to figure something out with this later. But for right now, I don't really see anything that's useful here. Although, can we see the... Yeah, we can see the fountain down there from here, and it's still running at like 120 FPS. Right now, I suppose all you need to know about the plot is that Gabriel here is a supernatural mystery detective sort of fellow. And we're here in the village of Rennes-le-Chateau in France, looking for a kidnapped child. Gabriel's kind of being undercover about it, and oddly enough, the person who hired us doesn't seem to want us to pursue the case any further. But we are. Let's see, what's through this tunnel? That is a loading screen, so let's have Gabe stroll through here. Le Musée des Saunières. Saunière was the name on that house. Well, thank you. I'm glad you approve of my outfit. Hello, Fire Whiskers. Good to see you. Alright, Gabriel, can you read the sign, please?
Don't ask me to pronounce that.
Gabriel, okay. But yes, I am a kobold tonight. Well, what about this? Can you pronounce any of this? Musée d'Archives. That's a museum archives. Tor Magdala.
They're open all day.
Villa Bithynia. Villa Bithynia is... I'm not sure what that is. Tor Magdala sounds like something to do with Mary Magdala. Musea de Archival Museum. So, this is a museum of some kind. Let's, head on up and in. Alright, what do we got here?
Lost items. Wonder if my life is in there. God.
Gabriel, don't get maudlin. Lost items. What is in here?
Somebody lost a hat.
Well, mine now.
It's not really my style. Looks more like something Mosley would wear.
Okay. We cannot take the hat. Postcards. 10F. 10 francs.
Pictures of the town and stuff.
Can we have them? No? Alright. I'm having no luck picking up inventory in this. Ooh, hello. Here's someone to talk to.
I'm assuming she works here.
Villa Bithynia has a whole thing on Wikipedia. Wonder if Jensen and Company got permission to put it in this game. I know that there's a lot of Rennes-le-Chateau landmarks in this game. So I am curious. Very likely they did. Sierra was a big-name studio at one time. Even if this was at the very, very end of their glory days.
Hi, how are you? You run this place?
Oui, yes.
Nice to meet you. The name's Knight.
Very well.
And you are?
Madame Girard. Is there something I can help you with?
There might be.
Oui? Yes, oui. I believe it is how you say French for yes. No, I believe it is how you say yes in French. And I believe oui is how you say I'm having a good time in Texan. Let's see, what do we have? 2 men with a trunk, Rennes Le Chateau, and baby.
Have you heard a baby crying in the past 24 hours?
I have 3 grandchildren. What do you think?
That's valid.
Say, were you around last night?
I was at home, monsieur.
Oh, you didn't happen to see anyone coming into town, did you? Late? Around 11?
I am well asleep by then. The early bird catches the worm, you know.
Yeah, and what an incentive that is, too. Is there anything special I should know about the town?
The displays will tell you the history of Rennes Le Chateau.
The early bird gets an extra 30 minutes in bed after her shower. Congratulations to the bird. Alright, let's go check out the history of the town. Let's go learn. And educate our... Oh, God. Alright. I gotta warn you guys, in case the title of the stream did not make it clear, we're gonna get Catholic. I'm sorry.
Adam and Eve. I never liked that story. Can you imagine there being only one woman on the entire planet? Oh, God.
And you would manage to piss her off in 15 seconds or less, Gabriel. Alright, what do we got here? Knights... Whoa, okay, I gotta fly the camera over here. Can you read this, Gabriel?
These panels tell the history of the Rennes Le Chateau area.
No, I'm gonna have to do it. Thanks, Gabe. Love you too. Knights Templar. Although the Templars were inaugurated in Jerusalem in 1018, several of the key founders came from the Languedoc, including Hugh de Payne, Count of Champagne. Well, that's where Payne comes from. The temple continued its association with the region, establishing several bases here. Many high-ranking Templars came from Cathar families, including Bertrand de Blancford, 4th Templar Grand Master. The Knights Templar were eventually accused of heresy. A general arrest occurred in 1307. The group was disbanded and all that resisted were burnt at the stake. Many went on to star in Assassin's Creed games. Okay, what's over here? No, I'm gonna read down one way and then we'll read back up the other. Septimania! From the Spanish Pyrenees up through Toulouse and Narbonne, there was a strong Jewish contingent. In 759, Pepin III, in exchange for acknowledgement from the Jewish leaders, made Septimania an independent kingship. That cannot be read like WrestleMania. I am reading that wrong. The Jewish Septimanes chose as their king Theodore, descendant of Sigebert IV. Theodoric's descendants include Guillaume de Gallion and Godefroy de Bouillon, Duke of Lorraine and conqueror of Jerusalem during the Crusades. Septimania 40. The Carolingians. The family line of Pepin the Fat. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm looking quite reptilian. Yes, I am a kobold for Halloween. Pepin the Fat gradually took over rulership. In 754, Pepin III, by the pronouncement of the Pope, officially became king of the Franks. I could be king of the Franks too, if you gave me enough to eat. His dynasty included Charlemagne, the French king everybody's heard of. The Carolingians' rule ended in 987 with the new dynasty of the Carpathians. I feel like I'm reading these in the wrong... I'm going back in time, not forward. Oh well. On December 23rd, 679, Dagobert II was murdered by a servant under directions from the king's treacherous mayor of the palace, Pepin the Fat. His 3-year-old son, Sigisbert IV, disappeared, and the kingship branched to a weaker branch of the family tree. The Pope endorsed this murder. The Pope has endorsed this murder. Man, imagine getting your murder endorsed by the Pope. In 971, Merovingian King Dagobert II married Gilderazes, niece of the Visigoth king. Her hometown, Rennes-le-Château, then called Orede, became the Merovingian stronghold. The two had a son, Sigebert IV. Yeah, okay. The Merovingian dynasty was a line of mystical priest kings with long hair. It's not that long. I've seen longer. That ruled the German Franks. Clovis I in 507 defeated Ulrich II of the Visigoths in battle. Clovis I made a pact with the Roman Pope to consolidate the position of each. Hello? Oh. These two appear to be talking in an echoey way. We'll have to look into that. The Visigoths conquered Rome, raiding the city of Rome itself in 410. They ended their nomadic existence by settling in this area with their vast stores of plundered wealth. Nearby Toulouse was their capital. The Romans called this area Gaul. They had many rich silver and gold mines here, sustained by slave labor. Gaul was a favored spot for exiling people. Pontius Pilate and Herod Antipas were both exiled here by Rome. The Celts. The earliest recorded inhabitants of the Languedoc were Celtic. Several stone monuments in this area are thought to be French versions of Stonehenge. Very little is known about this period. French versions of Stonehenge, like they don't have their own identity. Alright, who is this?
I think he's the guy the museum's named after, Saunier.
Alright. Well, what's this?
I can't. Those two women are hogging it.
Derek Jacobi as Father... I'm afraid not. Hello, ma'ams? Listen, talk? Alright, let's introduce ourselves.
Good morning, ladies.
Look, Estelle, the gentleman has come over to introduce himself. Isn't that charming?
Well, I try. The name's Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yes. How do you do, Mr. Knight? I'm Estelle Stiles, and this is Lady Lily Howard.
Renowned on stage and screen. And now you're thinking, how modest, how petite, and of course, I am Lily.
I do like a good Lady of the Lilies. Estelle looks like she is burdened just by being here, or possibly burdened by having Gabriel talk to her, which I can relate to.
Are you with the tour group?
He's a sly one, Estelle.
Yes, Mr. Knight, we are.
What about you, dear boy? I thought we'd met everyone this morning.
Oh, I'm a friend of Mosley's.
Ah, well.
Ah, well. You could have done better, I'm sure. I wonder if she uses a tactical boomerang. I don't know. That hat would catch a breeze and just keep going, I think.
Are you all here looking for the treasure?
Well, we can hardly deny it since we're on the tour.
But it's not as though we have a theory, Mr. Knight.
Estelle, you're so subtle.
Oh, yeah? You got a theory? Well, let me hear it.
Is that a note of ridicule I hear? Can it be?
No, I didn't.
Do you think perhaps that only men can have valid theories?
Hardly. It's just the whole idea of a...
Lily.
Are we to take it that you yourself have no theory, sir?
About the treasure? No, I don't.
Methinks he doth protest too much.
It's possible.
I am fascinated by the way her earrings are, like, just connected to her hair. there. That is absolutely fascinating to me. Alright, what's this?
Hey, he kinda looks like me. Except for the dress part.
We can solve that, Gabriel. Give me like 15 minutes in a good store. Alright, let's swing around back here. Gabriel, you can come around this way, Gabriel. Gabriel, no.
My goodness, Estelle, look at this.
Oh.
It's the sacred number of Ra.
You're right, Lily. And look, it says Virgo. Isis.
And Trinus et Unus. 301, isn't it? Or am I conjugating badly?
Oh, I'm afraid I never had Latin.
Well, I think I'm right. Do you suppose they're referring to Nut, Horus, and Osiris?
They could be referring to God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost, couldn't they?
Don't be stupid. Anyway, Dr. Wen says it's all the same thing. Or was that Mary, God, and Jesus?
Look at that shape. Wasn't there something like that in Dr. Wen's sacred geometry?
Shh! Do you want to give everything away?
Oh, sorry.
No character we've met so far in any of the games gives me the same feeling as, like... These two are Doctor Who extras. They are, like, classic Doctor Who. They're like 5th Doctor, 6th Doctor extras. I feel like they're gonna die, like, halfway through this story to show shit's getting serious. Don't ask me why I feel that. I just... found often on Dave. Entirely possible. Alright, now I wanted to go
It's
around
an
and look...
angel holding a devil in chains. Odd. I've never seen Satan drawn quite like that.
What? You haven't seen some of the fan art I have. Asmodee. Gravure? I can't read. I could never read French. I don't know what this is either. BTS. Are they K-pop fans? Ancient Christian K-pop fans? I don't know. What's... Okay. I guess we start back there for Sonye.
I'm not sure I'd want that thing between my legs. Looks dangerous.
Thanks, Gabriel. Okay, Berenger Sonye was born and raised near Rennes-le-Château in a town called Montezels. He was ordained and appointed abbé to Rennes-le-Château in 1885 at the age of 33. For 6 years, Sonye struggled on a starvation salary. He managed to raise a little money from locals to restore the decrepit church. He began the work in 1891 and was dismantling the altar when he found a hollow in an ancient Visigoth pillar. Inside the hollow, Sonye found 4 parchments in wooden tubes. The parchments were said to be 2 genealogies, a 2-sided parchment containing Greek scripture, and a confession of one Abbé Bijou, abbé at Rennes-le-Château in 1789, and confessor of the Blancfort family. Sonye took the discovery to his superior, the Bishop of Carcassonne. Oh, I played his board game! The bishop sent him to Paris, where he stayed for 3 weeks. In Paris, he was introduced to various persons known to be involved in esoteric and occult circles. He paid to have copies made of several paintings in the Louvre. When Sonye returned to Rennes-le-Château, his fortunes had changed. He began spending vast sums of money. He had a lavish villa built for himself and his housekeeper, Marie Duranade. Then he added a strange tower overlooking the valley. Sonye built a road and water system for the town. He refurbished the church in a garish and unorthodox manner. He gave money away and spent a fortune on his friends. Although a later superior demanded he name the source of his wealth, Sonye was excused from such an explanation by the Pope himself. Sonye also did some unaccountable things, such as destroying several of the tombstones in the local graveyard and defacing other ancient local inscriptions. Distinguished and mysterious visitors came to see Sonye at Rennes-le-Château, including Archduke Johann von Habsburg, cousin of the Austrian Emperor. Saunier died suddenly of a stroke on January 17th, 1917, at the age of 65. His death came only days after Marie Dignard ordered his casket. Though Marie said she would reveal his secret before she died, she never did. All she said was the people in the area were walking on gold and didn't even know it. So yeah, this game is about weird Catholic conspiracy theories. We are presumably going to get wrapped up in this treasure hunt while we're looking for this baby. Everybody Dan Brown. Yeah, it's true. Jane Jensen did this before Dan Brown did, though. So I have more respect for her. Although, honestly, it would be hard for me to have less respect for Dan Brown, honestly. Yeah, you're aware. I probably keep saying the same thing stream after stream. Can we go into this bookshop?
They're closed.
No. Alright, wasn't there supposed to be a church around here? Can we visit it? Oh. Positional audio, everybody.
Oh, check out that Harley. Wow, I'd love to drive that baby.
Ugh, you fucking fetishist.
Somebody lives there. Probably someone with a penchant for rusty barrels.
Oh, you can say penchant, but you can't say... Okay.
Looks like they're open from 2 to 5. I'll have to come back later.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll come back later. We'll come back and we'll, get a moped. Or something. Each of these has a unique license plate. I wonder if that means anything. Well, I'm starting to feel like we're gonna have to write down the license plates. Or something of various automobiles. A Mosley pad. Yeah. Alright, I'm sure there was a church somewhere. Oh wait, is this it? No, that's the building.
That's the way out of town. I wouldn't get far on foot.
That's also true. I'm being entertained by the positional audio. Yeah, Gabriel has, there's nothing in his chest. There's nothing in his head. There's nothing in his pants. Gabriel is deficient of a great many things. You can hear the audio channels shifting around? That's cool. That's great, actually. Alright, this is the museum. It's, oops, I got the camera stuck. This is a museum. Go, Gabe, go. Okay. Is there anything over here? Yeah, this is the big tower. I didn't see a church at all. So... Oh, wait, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it over there. Yeah, I think this must...
Looks like an attached office or something.
That we're gonna have to get in there. But this is private property. I don't know if we can go in.
The sign says, "Do not enter." I'd at least need a reason to ignore it.
Yeah, that's valid.
I think those windows showed the Sacred Heart of Jesus. You gotta hand it to us Catholics, babe. We really know our anatomy.
Yes, because you're always sticking things through it. Alright, let's head back into the hotel. What do we do? Can we focus the camera, please? Thank you.
I was peeking at the hotel register. You wouldn't by any chance recall the actual times people checked in, would you?
Monsieur, we are a small hotel. This is why we do not require so precisely the time check-in, the time check-out. I myself might remember, but I was not on duty last night.
Alright, that's fair.
You've got a tour group staying here?
Ah, they filled the hotel. We have only the 7 rooms and they have taken every room but your room, monsieur. If I might say, monsieur is most fortunate to get his room. Particularly since he did not make the reservation, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, yeah. I'm lucky as all get out.
Eh.
Do you know anything about the tour group, Jean?
No, monsieur. You shall have to speak with the mouth of the horse itself. Mademoiselle Butane is the tour group leader.
In Umberto Eco's Name of the Rose, the POV monk talks about how if every Catholic relative was to believe Jesus was crucified on an entire forest. Yeah! Yeah, Catholic relics were a brisk business. Starting from right about the time Jesus died onward.
I hear there's supposed to be a treasure around here. You know anything about it?
The Chamber of Commerce, they asked me to sound mysterious. But between you and I, Monsieur Knight, I think le trésor is a myth.
A myth?
No offense. I hope you are proving me wrong.
Well, I hope we can find this myth. I'm sorry, a myth. Gabriel, you wiener. Hey, Emilio, what do you know about it?
I don't have anything else to say to him.
No? Alright, that's cool. How about Mosley? Mosley, what do you got to say for yourself?
It probably wouldn't make any more sense the second time around. Maybe I should wait till we're alone.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess the only other person left to talk to is Madeline. What if it's a meep? I don't know, what if it is a meep? I don't know what a meep would do to us. And we can't talk to Madeline anymore. Alright, what's left to do? We've looked at this.
According to the register, Mr. Baza arrived before me, and Buccelli sometime after, and I think I got in around 11.
Alright.
I don't think they'd appreciate that.
I can't click on this. Can't really use the phone. Is there anything behind the desk that I might be able to get to while Jean is wandering around the room? No, doesn't seem like it. And I've called Prince James. strange. Maybe there's more to do with the nice ladies back at the museum. Oh, hello. There's a turn here. There's a turn right and a turn left. Here it is. Here's the church. Alright. They kept saying there was one. And, oh, nice shadows. And, oh, alright. Wow. Wow. I don't know where to start. Wow, what is that? Okay. This is the tackiest church I think I've ever seen.
What are they looking for? The last virgin in France?
Traits. I can... Apparently I can do something involving... lines. But... erase. I don't know what I'm looking for at this time.
Par se signe tu le vaincras. Whatever the hell that means.
Gabriel, please fucking learn a language. Alright, what are you?
Nothing like a little satanic imagery to make a church feel cozy.
Yeah, man. Okay. I'm trying to navigate the camera around here. Okay, what is this?
Sermon on the Mount, maybe?
Not with that many people freaking out.
I think this one is Jesus falling for the third time.
Okay, I need to get in close to this and... falling for the third time? Okay. Yeah, sure. 9?
Jesus with some more women. No, don't remember who. That's a confessional, but it looks like it hasn't been used since Vatican II.
I loved Vatican II. The return of the Popinator. What's this? Confess.
I don't think they're still taking customers.
Yeah, that's fair. This one's 7.
He falls again, or something. Father O'Brien would be ashamed at my memory.
Jesus is carrying through the cross for the streets. He fell 3 times. Was beaten, forced to get up and keep carrying the cross. Okay, yeah.
From the dark depths of my early religious training, I seem to remember something about Veronica and a veil.
Look, the Pope doesn't like sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets in the holy water.
It's Jesus and John the Baptist. They look dusty.
They look sleazy.
It's a leaf and vine pattern.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, every other pillar has a completely different pattern.
Still on the way to the crucifixion.
When are we gonna get to the crucifixion? Totally not Jesus' boyfriend. That was Judas, wasn't it?
Stained glass. It's a bit too Victorian for my taste, but Gracie loves the stuff. Saint Germain. Never heard of her. Maybe she's the saint of relativity. Get it? Germain. Relative. Oh, never mind.
I actually don't get it, and I feel like I should.
Jesus and some women. Magdalene's probably one of them.
Probably. I can't look at this pattern. Only the other one. Alright, who we got here?
Jesus falls for the first time. They didn't wear much in those days, did they?
Okay, yeah.
Saint Anthony the Hermit. There's a fun-loving guy.
He had the right idea.
Jesus carrying the cross.
Alright, and the next one should be number 1, and it is tucked all the way back here.
I remember these stations of the cross from my catechism classes. This one shows Jesus with Pilate.
I originally read that in the subtitles as Jesus with Plato, and that would be a much different...
It's a big pulpit kind of a thing.
Big pulpit, thank you.
Stained glass. It's a bit too Victorian for my taste, but Gracie loves the stuff.
We got roses, we got,
Mary Magdalene in some kind of a cave. A skull, a book, and a cross made from a tree with living branches. Huh.
Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this.
Communion cup. Jeez. The last time I took communion, I didn't even have facial hair. Not that I have much now.
I was about to say.
It's Joseph holding the infant Jesus. Madonna and Child. It's kind of a Catholic thing.
You don't fucking say.
The Magdalene washing Jesus' feet. They just don't make
Enjoy
women
yourself,
like that
Fire
anymore.
Whiskers. There is something on this table. What is this?
They got brochures, but they're in French.
Oh, God forbid. Take it anyway.
I don't read French.
Take it anyway.
Fuel for the flock. Trinkets for the Trinity.
Let's see if Gabriel will actually steal from a church's donation basket.
Hey, I got enough sins already, thanks.
No, he will not. Okay.
There are those 4 angels again.
Huh. Alright.
St. Anthony of Padua. And there's a kid coming out of a book. Scary. Almost enough to make you never pick up a book again.
You've got issues, Gabriel.
Mary Magdalene. What a babe, huh?
I feel like you've got issues, Gabriel, could be my response to everything in this.
Saint Roach. Nice legs. Maybe he's the patron saint of Gillette. Never mind.
That one I actually got. Okay. But we found the church. And it is garishly decorated.
That
Okay.
looks like a private home.
Anything down here? Yeah. There is an alley. Alley doesn't really go
That
anywhere.
looks like a private home.
Alley doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Ah, a cat. Behold the cat. The source of everybody's problems with this game.
A black cat. How appropriate.
Kitty. Go pet kitty. Alright.
You try to share a little human kindness, and what does it get you?
Gabriel, have you ever read Manga Daioh?
The cat ran through there. Pretty tight squeeze, too.
Remember that. We'll be coming back here later. First off, though, I guess we're walking back. All the friggin' way back. All the way back. Okay. Love that off-screen teleportation. Thank you, Gabriel. It saved me so much time. Alright. That really ought to be about it. I can't think of anything else we might have to do in this chapter. Like, from my vague memories. Maybe we didn't talk to the ladies enough? I'm having a lot of, having a lot of memory issues, I guess. Well, I guess part of the problem is that I'm playing from memory and not just organically exploring. Alright, let's go back in and talk to these nice ladies some more.
I think I've had enough of Lady Howard for the moment.
Alright. Can I get another listen in on what they're talking about if I go back here? No, I don't think I can. Oh well.
Lady Howard and Estelle Stiles, they're Brits, not to mention a little whacked.
Thank you, inner monologue. Can I look at any of this?
A bunch of old documents in French. Be still, my heart. Hey, that demon kinda looks like the one in the church.
Ooh. Does it? A little bit.
Looks like some kind of emblem or seal in Latin. Probably from the church.
Alright, what might we be missing?
I don't have anything else to say to her.
Hey, that demon is pretty cute. Nice legs, if you know what I mean. Where the fuck is that accent from? Where the fuck is that accent going? It's certainly not, like, New Orleans. Alright, apparently my voice was wandering towards, fucking Victorian England or something again.
Oh, looks like they're closed. Gee, that book looks interesting. Too bad the store's closed.
What book is it? Is that... Yeah, gee, that book looks interesting. Can you recognize that blurry photo? I'm pretty sure that's, the Gabriel Knight adaptation.
Secrets of the Holy Grail. I wonder if that book's got something to do with this area. Unfortunately, the store is closed. San Grial. Holy Grail. San Grial. Wasn't that what the two men on the train said? Why would they be talking about the Holy Grail?
You're kidding me, that was
it?
it?
What does the Grail have to do with Rennes-le-Château?
You're fucking kidding me, that was what I needed to look at? No, it still hasn't advanced, but... Now I have a feeling that I can look at some of the stuff in the church, or in the museum again, and maybe there will be more to say now that we know about the San Grail. Any Wheel of Time fans around, by the way? Just asking. Yeah, now we can ask about the Grail.
Say, does the Holy Grail have something to do with this area?
Perhaps.
Uh-huh. And what would the connection be, exactly?
Some believe the Templars found sacred Christian treasure in the Holy Land. When they were persecuted, they would have hidden it, n'est-ce pas? It really is not that difficult a leap, monsieur.
Sacred Christian treasure, like the Holy Grail?
Possibly. The most famous Grail story, written by Wolfenbach, was set in Languedoc. Did you know that, monsieur? No, of course you did not.
You're a stupid American. To be fair, he really is, but, you know.
There's supposed to be some kind of treasure buried around here, right?
Yes, that is the theory.
Well, what kind of treasure is it?
That is part of the mystery, monsieur.
This poor woman having to explain mysteries to Gabriel Knight.
Okay, so what are some of the possible treasures?
Gold stores of the Romans, the fabulous wealth of the Visigoths, which was never found, the fabulous wealth of the Merovingians, which was never found, or it could be the fabulous wealth of the Cathars, which...
Yeah, I gotcha. The Templars too, right?
But of course, they had more fabulous wealth than anyone. Why do you think that French pig dog of a king turned on them?
Aren't you French in this region?
Well, France thinks so.
Oh, that is a deep-seated, bitterness. That's the kind of bitterness you cannot get in America. Because it takes centuries and centuries of feuds.
Any other theories on the possible treasure?
Well, the Romans did destroy the Temple of Jerusalem, stole sacred Hebrew artifacts. Perhaps it is the lost treasure of Jerusalem that is buried around here. And then there is this one theory.
Yes?
Never mind. I am a good Catholic woman myself. Why don't you read up on the subject if you are so very interested?
Read up on the subject. That seems like a good idea.
You mentioned Templars, as in the Knights Templars? Were they really from this?
If you wish to know about the Templars, read the history board.
Alright, I did. I read the history board. Yeah, aren't you French? Well, France thinks so. In tones of, you know, who the fuck cares what they think. Like, I definitely get the sense that there was some deep-seated history there. There's gotta be, something else to find around here. Oh, that's right, I was gonna go to the church. Oh! We've advanced to the next block. Alright, let's replace our save. Block 2, save. Keep going. It is now noon. Is the bookstore open? No, it is not. Okay. It is now noon. Where should we go? Let's get back to the hotel, I think. There are a lot of people in the hotel. Wait, did I just see something? No, it was just a moped sign. Alright, let's head back to the hotel. Get in there. I like to position the camera as close as possible, so... anybody in the lobby? No. Anybody in the kitchen?
I've been waiting to get you alone, Maddie. I don't like to brag in front of the others, but I think you're going to be surprised at how this tour turns out. Might bring some fame your way, help you out,
Are you implying, Monsieur Wilkes, that you intend to find the treasure this trip?
That's right.
You will have my full attention when you do.
You don't believe me? I got this theory, see?
Monsieur Wilkes, everyone has a theory.
Yeah, but they ain't got what I got. You can write that up and take it to the bank.
Really? And what do you have that is so unusual?
Why don't you come by my room tonight and find out? I got this big piece of equipment, see?
Oh, je comprends. However big your equipment, monsieur, I've no doubt seen something very much like it before. Besides, I probably have other plans.
Hey. Let's say hi to our new Australian friend. Friend, quote unquote. What the hell are you eating, my dude? What in the hell is that? Hold on, I gotta... it's like some peas, loose chunks of bacon, and possibly a fried egg that extends off the plate. Peas in a pea puddle.
Huh. I haven't seen that guy before.
Maybe we should keep it that way. Alright, let's say hi. Pieces of the table, a cloud, and a bush from the front yard. Yeah, I think you may be onto something. We better be careful, this guy's an omnivore.
Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Gabriel Knight.
Knight, eh? Wilkes is the name. John Wilkes.
Australian?
That's right. And you're a Yank.
If you mean American, yeah. But there are certain branches of my family tree that'd shoot you for that one. Are you with the tour?
Yeah, I'm with the tour. Look, I'm all for being friendly like, but my lunch is getting cold.
Oh, sure. We'll talk later.
Your pieces of table are getting cold. Are you eating that with your fingers? You are, in fact, eating that with your fingers. My God, man. I'm Gabriel Knight, the only man able to insult and piss off anyone in less than half a minute. He can, too. It's like a superpower. Hello, Keldon. Alright, let's try upstairs. Mosley did say to meet him in his room later. So let's hit the stairs. Oh, hello. Alright, the ladies are...
There you are, ladies. I greatly appreciate your understanding.
Ladies are changing rooms. Interesting.
I'm sure you'll be able to repay us somehow, Mr. Bowser, when the time comes. Move along now, Estelle. I really must rest.
Thank you, Mr. Bowser.
Oh, thank you, Miss Styles.
Room 31 for the ladies. Where is he moving to? It looks like I don't get to see. He's moving to room 27. I feel like I should be writing this down. Looking extra koboldy today. Yes, I'm in costume for Halloween. Alright, Alright, Gabriel remembers who's in each room, I think, so... Gabe?
Mosley said his room number was 33, so I guess this one's his.
What is that abysmal whistling noise? Sounds like it's coming from room 33.
God, how long can it take to dry those 3 or 4 strands of hair?
A bomb! I kinda doubt it.
God, how long can it take to
Alright,
dry
we're not
those
gonna
3
get
or
in
4
there.
strands of hair?
What's in room
This
20?
is my room.
Gabe's in room 25. That puts Emilio
Baza's in that room now.
this room.
He switched with the girls from England. For some reason.
Don't know why yet. 29 is...
Room 29.
Madeline.
Madeline's room. Oh, I'll have to remember that.
Okay, let's go explore the town again. Yep, that is genuine Tim Curry grease dripping off those lines. How are you doing, Keldon? It's good to see you again. Well, I saw you 20 minutes ago, but it's good to see you again. Alright, let's see if I missed anything in the church. Eating tacos on Halloween night. That sounds delicious. And crunchy. Unless they're soft. Oh, hello.
Chi è colpevole di questo sacrilegio?
May I be of service, monsieur?
Something about
Parce
sacrilege?
signe tu le vaincras? Could you tell me what is meant by this?
It means, by this sign shall you conquer it.
It. What is it? The proper phrase is parce signe tu vaincras. By this sign shall you conquer, meaning naturally the sign of the cross.
I am aware that there's been a slight modification, yes.
To what end? What is the it to which the words refer?
Monsieur, the Abbé Saunière designed this statue. What he meant by this, or by any of the decorations in the church, we can only surmise.
I see. If that is your answer, then you cannot be of service to me. Good day.
Monsieur?
Well, you're a gigantic dick, aren't you? It's nice that we have other dicks to bounce Gabriel off of. It's like a big sword fight. Let's chat with the dick.
And I thought that only American tourists were that rude.
Say hello.
Hi, are you with the tour?
Si, signore. And who are you?
My name's Knight. My friend Mosley is on your tour.
Ah, I am Buchelli. Vittorio Buchelli.
Nice to meet you. How'd you like the tour so far?
I am enjoying it. Yes, thank you.
Okay,
So, what do you think of the church?
It isn't a church. They should make that clear.
It's not a church?
No, this parish was closed years ago. The building is a tourist attraction, nothing more.
Huh, alright, you're gonna be picky about that, huh?
Did you get in late last night, Signor, Buccelli?
Signore. Yes, it was quite late.
Did you drive, or...
I took a train.
Oh, yeah? I came in last night by train. What train were you on?
From Naples.
Naples, okay. It's funny, I thought it was always pronounced Napoli in Italian. But I can't blame the voice act. Like, with a cast of voice actors that are this diverse, shall we say, I can't really blame anyone on a single pronunciation error. Because Gabriel is racking up dozens of them at a time, every time he tries to read French. So...
Did you, did you come to look for the treasure?
Treasure? Signore, please.
Oh, you don't think there is a treasure?
I would be very surprised.
Then how come you took the tour?
Well, the history of the area and the fable of the treasure, these interest one, no?
No, not really.
Then why are you here?
Oh, yeah, the history, sure.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the Holy Grail being around here?
The Grail is a story, nothing more.
That seems like the end of that conversation. Let's chat up the priest. I mean, I feel like this guy is possibly some kind of weird religious scholar. He seems actively offended at the church not being in use right now.
He looks like a math teacher I had once, which explains why I never liked math.
You know who this guy reminds me of? He reminds me of George Lucas. That's who this guy reminds me of. Alright, let's chat him up. Whoops, I clicked away.
Hey, how are ya? The name's Knight.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
Are you the priest here, or...?
People call me the Abbé, yes. The names Arnaud. Abbé Arnaud.
Abbé Arnaud, alright. We are rapidly racking up quite a cast here.
Do you think that there's a treasure around here?
Of course there's a treasure, but it will not be found by just anyone. Let those who have ears hear.
Right.
Let those who have ears hear. Let those who have lips speak. Let those who have stomachs eat. Let those who have feet walk. I don't understand religion.
This is quite a place. I haven't seen many churches this, colorful.
I assure you, it is unique. Saint Mary Magdalene's is quite ancient, but Abbé Saunière restored it in the 1890s. It is his spirit you see around you.
Huh. Nice.
Gabriel, you sound faintly stoned.
You don't see churches dedicated to Mary Magdalene very often.
Ah, but the Magdalene cult was quite strong in the old days, particularly in this part of the world.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
The Magdalene journeyed to the south of France after the death of Jesus. She lived here for many years. In fact, you can visit her remains at a church near Marseille.
Huh. I had no idea.
Is this a real building? Very likely. I'm gonna go ahead and try alt-tabbing and see if it crashes the game. We did save at the start of the block. Rennes le Chateau Church. The Rennes le Chateau Church of Mary Magdalene. This is indeed a real building. I have dropped a link in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, oh my god, it's even got that, like, weird, creepy, devil-looking dude. That is amazing. If you're watching this on YouTube, stop and type in that URL you see in the chat box. That is... it's got this dude. He's accurate. I love it. I fucking love this. What a great church. Wait, did I exhaust all my... I think I forgot to exhaust all my conversation options.
Those don't work together.
Yeah, you can open the door, Gabe. I think I forgot to exhaust all my conversation options with this man. So, we're gonna carry that on. But yeah, real place. I'm fascinated.
What do you mean by the Magdalene cult?
A cult of devotion. It's still quite strong in this area, despite the best efforts of the Catholic Church. Did you know that most of the famous Black Madonna images were not images of the Virgin Mary at all, but of the Magdalene? The Church wanted to downplay the role of Mary Magdalene, so they called her a prostitute and insisted that all the Black Madonnas were really the Virgin Mary.
I love this series. Where else do you get lines like that in a serious adventure game? That said, having a cult of Mary Magdalene just goes to show that, the mommy worshippers began very early in history.
But the Black Madonnas usually show a mother and child, don't they? If the woman's Mary Magdalene, who's the child?
excellent question, Mr. Knight.
The Holy Grail has been linked to this area, is that right?
The connection is nearly as old as the Grail legend itself. What have you read on the subject?
Not much. Arthurian legends aren't really my thing. But it's supposed to be a cup that contained the blood of Christ, isn't it?
A vessel that contains the blood of Christ, yes.
It's hard to believe that Gabriel's never seen, like, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Do you think the Holy Grail is behind the treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
It is possible.
It is possible.
Do you know of anyone in this area that has a particular interest in the Grail?
Besides myself? No one that I can think of. Of course, the treasure seekers who visit the valley are often interested in the Grail.
Of course they are. And let's finish this off with the Templars.
Do you know much about the Templars?
I know the basic history. There are a few Templars buried in the cemetery, no. But, yes. I think I'll refer you to a young scholar staying in the house near the Château de Blanchefort. His name is Larry Chester. He says he's working on a Templar book.
Okay, thanks.
And let me know if he's helpful at all, will you?
Sure.
Yep, the mystery of the treasure and the Templars and all is a real thing, and, as was mentioned earlier, Dan Brown wrote books about it. This game came out before Dan Brown wrote the Da Vinci Code. I really admired Shane Jensen's incredible amount of legwork. Speaking of an incredible amount of legwork, we've got to walk back to the hotel now, I think. Maybe Mosley will, actually let us into his bedroom now that we've had a poke around. Or maybe we have to head back up to that house up there and... yeah, see if that guy is totally useless or what. She believes you're getting kids here in the apartment tonight. Wow, really? I haven't heard any sound from outside my room, but I wouldn't. I'm wearing enormous headphones. You can see my ears over there on the sidebar. Can you imagine the kind of headphones I have to buy? And when they break, replacing them is just, ugh. So, you know, it's a hassle. Alright, Mosley's room was not the janitor's closet. 33? Okay. Oh, there he comes. Yo, there he is. Okay.
Alright, you hairball. What are you really doing here? You didn't know anything about my trip.
I'll tell ya. Don't worry about it. What about you? Since when do you take European tours?
Hey, you don't know everything about me.
Apparently not.
Anyway, I was here first. So what's your excuse?
And so now we have a big old snark off with Tim Curry and Mark Hamill. Gabriel Knight 3, yep. Hello, Elvish Cat. Let's see, what do we got? We've got the baby, the case, the Holy Grail, the tour group, the treasure, and 2 men with a trunk. I think Mosley will understand this one.
Did you notice 2 men with a trunk when you came into town last night?
Wilkes and I were in the van on the drive up here. Neither of us had a trunk, though. And I didn't even see Baza and Buccelli come in. What's this about, anyway?
Have you heard a baby crying since you've arrived?
A baby? What the hell are you talking about, Knight? I ain't heard no baby.
All right, this is what happened. A couple of weeks ago, Grace and I got this invitation in the mail. I was passed out for a while. I'm not even sure how long. When I got up, we were at the Kauiza station. The conductor saw the two men get off. They've got to be around here somewhere.
Wow. This is really interesting.
I love that we
Look,
just
I'm glad
skipped
you
straight
appreciate
from...
it.
So what's all this about? Vampires? Or did I hear something funny?
Nothing funny about it. The night visitors, Prince James calls them, but they take blood. Sounds like vampires to me.
Oh, you don't believe in that crap, do you?
Mose, you have no idea.
Well, the kidnappers are real enough. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna figure out what's going on, that's what. First of all, there's your tour group.
I think you're swinging at an empty plate there.
Y'all got in last night, didn't you? Maybe one of you was on that train. Or maybe someone in your little group is here for a handoff of the kid. It'd be the perfect cover story.
You're right. It's possible.
Or maybe not. Which is why I gotta go check out the area too, soon as I get some wheels.
So this is a real Schottenjäger case, huh? What's going on with that whole thing? And, what about Grace?
I'll tell you, don't rush me.
Yeah, curiously enough, that's what he says about Grace, too. Something's going on out there. Can I look through the keyhole?
Shh. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Very subtle there, Emilio. Or Emil, or whatever his name was, I've forgotten already. Right. I love how Gabriel just went straight from, like, well, we got this invitation, and then I passed out and woke up, and jumping straight past the rest of it. You love this game? I love the other two Gabriel Knight games. This is my first playthrough of this one. This is the first time I've managed to get it to run for more than, like, 10 minutes without crashing. So I have seized this opportunity to play through it and stream it. Record my feelings on what may be one of the last times I ever blind play a Sierra game. Alright, what do we got?
Gracie's doing fine since you asked.
Yeah, this is really my first playthrough.
Huh? Come on. The two of you alone in the Alps.
We're not sleeping together.
What? Did he get chewed off in your last case, or what?
Oh, I don't know. We've come close a couple of times, but I get all freaked out or something.
You're starting to worry me, bud.
Look, Gracie's a doll, but she's living with me. If I slept with her and then I changed my mind, what would I do? Throw her out?
Why don't you just marry her, Knight?
Oh, God.
I forgot. You're allergic.
Even if I did want to get married, I'm not sure it would be Gracie. She's like a chair, you know? Say you see this really great chair, and you like the chair, and your mother likes the chair, and everyone says you should buy the chair, but you know that if you take it home, everything else would have to go. You know, like the chair is Louis XIV, and the rest of your place is IKEA.
Well, bud, I hate to say it, but you better start cooking or get out of the kitchen. Because you keep farting around, and somebody might just beat you to it.
Gabriel, you have the brain power of a banana. Sometimes. And yet it is his flaws that make him human. If he were not absolutely terrible, a lot of the drama of the series would fall apart. That said, I would prefer a universe where Von Glauer turned into a werewolf and bit his dick off in the previous game. I think it would solve a lot of problems. It would create a lot of solutions. I just like the intersection of Von Glauer and Gabriel, and, anyway, moving on. About the tour group.
So, how'd you find out about this tour, anyway?
I read about it in a travel magazine.
A travel magazine? Since when do you read travel magazines?
What? Like you're the only one that can go running off to Europe? I'm pretty cosmopolitan myself, you know.
The shirt says otherwise.
Cosmopolitan is more like it.
Oh, ha ha. Why don't you go write some dialogue, smartass? Get it out of your system.
Yeah, how about you go right, Gabriel? Like, you know, you haven't done in 4 years. I think I just like I do just like werewolves. That's true. Really, yeah, they do have that vibe about them.
Mose, do you know anything about the Holy Grail?
The Holy Grail? No, not really. Why? What do you know about the Holy Grail?
Me? Not much.
As a kobold, I suppose I'm illegally obligated to go yip yip. Oh yes, the Universal Hint System. I'm intimately familiar with the Universal Hint System. I am an adventure game fan. Thank you for the suggestion, though.
So, what about the treasure of Rennes-le-Château? You have a theory?
Not really.
Madeline says everybody has a theory.
Oh, that Madeline. Whew. Oh, what a babe, huh?
Yeah.
You had to fucking wind up for that one, didn't you, Knight?
Wait a minute. You never said what you think about the treasure. Is that why you came to find the treasure?
I don't know about
What is that
Find
voice?
out about it, maybe. Sure, it seemed like a lark.
But what do you...
Speaking of Madeline, now, don't you just love that kind of tough girl thing?
Yeah, you're throwing smoke, mostly.
I wasn't speaking about Madeline. I was talking about the treasure.
Oh, nice area, though, isn't it?
God, alright, fine.
About this Schottenjäger thing. You know, we had that big case last year.
Yeah, I seen your book, The Brutal Beast. God, what a sick freaking mind you got.
Yeah. Anyway, since then, Grace and Gerda
I wanna know
have been
what's
getting
in that
all
book now.
organized on me. Gracie even did this computer program called Sydney. It's supposed to help when we're in the field. Of course, I'll never use it, but I can't tell her that.
Uh-huh. And I've noticed you're looking a little toned there, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I've been working out. Grace says I need to be in shape to chase the bad guys. I point to you as an example in the contrary. Then she points out that you never get the bad guys.
Oh, ha. Glad to see you haven't lost your butt-stupid sense of humor. So, did you ever find out how your family got into this whole thing in the first place?
No, the journals go way back to 900 AD, and it looks like it was an old family tradition even then. I don't know. Grace found a few other groups of shadow hunters, and they seem pretty decent. There's a whole ashram in India where they train monks for this kind of thing. Grace has been bugging me about going.
Why don't you?
Shit. I'm not a Lost Horizons kind of guy.
I see what you mean.
India.
Well, no point getting all serious about it.
Screw you, mostly.
I wonder if India was going to be a setting for GK4. That would be interesting.
I'm gonna take off. You want to look around with me this afternoon?
This afternoon? Nah, I got some things to do.
What could you have to do? You're on vacation.
I brought some work with me. Yeah, you know, a cop's work is never done.
Never started, even.
Oh, by the way, would you mind not mentioning to anyone that I'm a cop?
What?
People just get kind of weird. You know, I want to be an average Joe for once. Come on.
Mose, I've got news for you. You can't get any more average.
Not.
All right. Mum's the word.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See you around?
I know Gabriel
Yeah.
Knight 4 was meant to concern ghosts.
See ya.
I've read the comic.
Guess Emilia was thirsty.
Yoink. Speaking of the comic, I don't know that I've mentioned this before. There was, as part of the Kickstarter backer goal for Gabriel Knight 20th Anniversary Edition, there was a 3-part comic called The Temptation. And when we're done with this game, I will be reading it here on stream. It is the last piece of official Gabriel Knight lore, as far as I know. So we might as well have a look at it. It is quite nice. I like the illustration style and all. I know that Jane Jensen has repeatedly said, like, it's like that one Onion article. Like, Jane Jensen reminds license holder of Gabriel Knight that new games are ready to go whenever. And they're just never ready to... Oh, hello. Alright. Let's go ahead and save as, Block 3. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. That took 2 hours?
Looks like the moped shop is open. Yeehaw!
Oh, here we go. So, this is the beginning of the most infamous puzzle in adventure game history. People have memed on and dunked on this puzzle for years. And I don't remember exactly how it goes. I know I've read about it, but that's it. So, what the hell is that? It looks like a dead Pikachu.
What a pathetic excuse for a bag.
Oh, that's the one we're renting then. Okay. No, really, what the hell is this? I guess it's the seat? Alright. Greetings, nerd. I require your finest bicycle.
Great. They're open.
Right! That's the happiest anyone's ever been to see this man.
Hey, how you doing? I want to rent a bike.
Oui. Your passport, please. Monsieur Knight, you are not with the tour group? I do not see you on my list.
Nope. I'm on my own.
Ah, I am sorry, monsieur, but most of my fleet is reserved for the tour group.
What? Fleet?
I have one little bike left, monsieur, but she is nothing grand. I show you. Here she is.
This piece of crap? Oh, come on. I was kind of hoping for this baby. Ooh, what is this, a WW2 Army issue?
Oui, but the tour group reservations were made first. It is this little bike, monsieur, or nothing.
Well, who gets the Harley?
Whoever chooses it first, monsieur. If none of the others want the large bike, you may have it.
Oh, yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Well, let me know what you decide.
Looks like Buccelli and Wilkes have already taken, bikes.
It's a reservation list for the bikes. I'm
Anyway.
not on it.
This is Renee Auberjonois? Wow. I did not realize that.
Well, I'm not on the reservation list, but I know someone who is.
That's true. Mosley is on the list. Let's hike on back. Very slowly. Hey, is the bookshop open yet? No. For reparation. I think that means closed for repairs, but I don't actually speak French. So, you know. Well, let's go back up and talk to Mosley. Mosley tells Knight to get bent on the bike. I mean, there was that little incident with buying plane tickets on his credit card. I hope he's forgiven us for that by now. Night, Gabriel? Oh, here he comes. I don't know why he has to very slowly walk to this door. Normally, he's the master of off-screen teleportation. Fucking Jason Voorhees. Alright, Mosley, can I...
What is it, Knight?
Unfortunately, the poor guy looks exactly the same. Say, you got a passport, Mose?
Right here, doofus. Why?
Oh, just want to make sure you keep it on you. You know what they say about hotel rooms in Europe?
No. What do they say?
Don't leave your passports in them.
Right. Well, Maddie already told us to keep them handy, but thanks so much for your concern.
But we're not even gonna ask, Mosley. We're just gonna, like, steal his shit, I guess.
Hey, the man's a pig. What can I say?
Can I have this?
Ugh, that's what maids are for.
Of course, God forbid you bend over.
Now that's what I miss about living alone. Pure, unrepentant sloth.
And there's a weird briefcase.
Mosley must be up to something if he's carrying around his briefcase.
He is right behind us,
Ooh,
but...
I don't want to see Mosley's briefs.
Grow up, you... Hello, what's this?
I don't think Mose would appreciate me poking around his bathroom, even if I could stomach it.
Alright, so we're gonna have to get Mosley's passport. That's fair.
See ya.
Yeah, get out of here, you wanker.
Alright. Let's see. Let's head back down and check the dining room. Nothing here, nothing. Oh, wait.
Packages of maple syrup.
Yoink.
I don't need any more syrup.
Oh, we've already got some. Okay. And this door doesn't even look like it opens.
Why would I want to go in there?
Yeah. Alright, well, we've got a handful of locations to check now. Oh, hello, ladies. Ooh, you've got a map. Of sorts. Or maybe you're playing Monopoly, I really can't tell. Well, there's some resemblance there.
I noticed y'all moving suitcases around upstairs. Was there a problem with your room?
Oh, my, yes.
But that wasn't why we moved, Lily.
No?
Mr. Barza kindly offered to exchange with us.
He's a Muslim, you see, wanting to be facing east and all that. Well, Estelle and I are very much in favour of supporting the cultural differences between us, aren't we, darling?
Yes, Lily. And it's a much nicer room. It's larger and has a balcony.
Of course, I do appreciate the sacrifice. But then there are two of us and only one of Mr. Barza. And I'm sure he's used to stuffier quarters. Middle Easterners so often are, you see.
Yeah, I've, heard that.
English people get through an entire sentence without being racist. Challenge failed. Alright, let's swing out this way. I'm just, like, guessing and nosing around at this point. I'm gonna check the church. I'm gonna check the, museum. There is nobody in here at this current time. I don't think she could have said that any more awkwardly if she tried. I think she did try, and that may be the worst part. Alright, what's down here?
This one's 20th century.
Maxine Lafont.
Maxine Lafitte. She died in the 70s. Can't say I blame her.
Oh yeah, if I was in the 70s, I too would just immediately drop dead.
This one's 20th century. Louis Hoffet. Kicked it in 1964.
This one is Kurt Cobain's. Can't read this one. A big-ass tomb.
That's a big tomb.
Yeah, that's more or less what I said, Gabe.
Poor Pierre. He was only 34. Of course, that's 238 in dog years.
I don't believe this man was a dog, Gabriel.
I can't read it. The letters have worn away. Abigail passed on in 1893.
It sucks to be her. There's a tree.
Shade for the dead. That is important.
Don't throw shade on the dead, Gabriel.
E.C. Repose, Mademoiselle Marie Denarnaud. Died January 1953 at 85 years old.
Now, we heard about her.
That's the grave of Marie Denarnaud.
But I don't,
I wonder who that is.
Couple of barely
It's
marked...
Saunier's grave.
Yeah, who would be buried between Saunier and his caretaker? Someone or something is buried here. Of course, we're not going to get to it without a jackhammer, because that's cement. But, and here's the duck. You can do it, Gabe. You can make it.
Duke de Ray's, 1700s.
Duke de Ray's. Oh.
The Abbé left his spritzer behind. Spritzer behind?
What the fuck, Gabriel? Alright, take his spritzer behind.
It's for a worthy cause.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's going right in his ass. Okay.
Arnaud lives there. He sure has a taste for the morbid.
What? His house looks fine. Can we knock? Say hi?
Yeah, I could bug him, but maybe I'll wait until he's out and about.
Alright, that's fair. Now, one thing I do remember from the descriptions of this puzzle. I do remember a step of it. That step is to... That step is to go over here, and we need the inventory. Yes, that step is to Neum. This double-sided roll of tape. We're gonna take that and stick it here. Okay. But yes, that step is to Neum. Up there is the cat.
I kinda like that squeezing through the hole bit. I wonder if I could get him to do it again. I can't get up there.
You can't get up. You're not tall enough to get up here? No, I guess you're not. You are kind of... That is up there a bit. Why did you say that with those words? Look, don't worry about it, okay? Just don't worry about that. That's a marker.
It's a black magic marker.
Yeah. Oh. We just go spray, spray. No lasting harm done. If you need to suplex him in about 10 minutes. Alright.
It worked.
No lasting harm done, and we have...
I think that'll pass for a black mustache, but it's not gonna stay on my lip without help, despite my intense animal magnetism.
Now, part of the problem with this puzzle is that, while fiddling around... Where did we put that tape? We put it on the hole in the door at the top. Anyway, he stuffed it into his zipper? Well, maybe his zipper needs some reinforcement. This is Gabriel we're talking about. He's a horny fuck. And part of the problem with this puzzle is that you can start it and have no idea what the fuck you're doing, and why Gabriel is talking about Black Mustache. We're gonna use this maple syrup. And now we have made...
It's a black mustache. Sort of. It's crude, but it just might work.
It just might work for what? We have no fucking idea yet. Anyway. Back around. Through here. I wonder if I can get through the puzzle in the next, couple of minutes. Probably not, because I'm not really sure how you get through the puzzle. Is anything going on in here? Hi.
I don't have anything else to say to her.
Okay. Anything else going on up here? I don't see any people, but now we can look at that French document those ladies were checking out.
It's a letter in French.
Nice. It's a French letter. Well, maybe when Grace gets here, she can read French. Because your dumbass can barely manage English. Learn a language, Gabriel. I mean, I say that, and I kept falling asleep in Spanish class in high school. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, something disconnected for me.
I suppose this hat might be useful after all.
It looks like something Mosley would wear. Yeah, his French definitely took a backpedal after the first game. Like, Cabri Saint-Croix was not exactly a good pronunciation. It was a pronunciation. He tried. He tried so hard. Alright, Can I go in here? Yeah.
The sign says, do not enter.
No.
I'd at least need a reason to ignore it.
We don't need reasons to do things, Gabriel. We're adventure game protagonists. My God, man, we're main characters. Yeah, he doesn't seem to like the French. I think it's a very 90s attitude to have, a very late 90s attitude. I don't get it myself.
Estelle and the Great White Hope are in that room.
Alright, where did Emilio go again?
Buccelli's in room 21.
Buccelli? Maybe Buccelli has something
I'm not
to say.
sure what I'd say if he came to the door.
Alright, that's valid.
Cool table. Check out those lines.
What I need is some kind of distraction.
I'm not sure what I'd say if he came to the door.
Alright.
Vaza's room.
Can I, like, look through the keyhole? No? Okay. Can I use the drinking glass to listen in on people? I think that's what Amelia was doing with me.
Sounds like Emilio's in his room.
Okay, I can use that to see who's in their rooms. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an old trick from Dagger of Ammon-Ra, I believe. Another Sierra game, which I think I'll need to play at some point. Can I get in here yet?
It's locked. Good thing I don't need any toilet paper.
I cannot. Okay. What I guess I'm gonna do is...
It's Wilkes's room.
Okay, that's Wilkes. This is Gabriel. Yeah, this is Gabriel. What I'm gonna do is, I guess I'm gonna park Gabriel in his room for right now. Can we open the
I
dumbwaiter?
can't reach it too well from here.
No.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I cannot crawl into the dumbwaiter and open it. And can I look out the window here? Alright, I do not have a balcony. Who would have a balcony at the front of the hotel? Because right now, I'm thinking I need to steal some passports. And I know that Mosley's would be the easiest. But I don't think Mosley has a balcony. The ladies have a balcony, that's true. I don't think Gabriel could pass for either Estelle or the smaller lady. The smaller, wider lady. So, where would the... be around the corner?
Buccelli's in room 21.
That's Buccelli. So this would be the front of the hotel.
Estelle and the Great White Hope
Alright.
are in that room.
Are they in that room at this time? Oh, you can get a
A
close-up.
water glass.
Okay, are they in the room at the time? Let's check.
I don't think anybody's in there.
Can I sneak in?
I'm not sure what I'd say if they came to the door.
Ugh. So...
Room 29. Madeline's room.
Alright.
Oh, I'll have to remember that.
Well, what we're gonna do right now is park Gabriel here. We will come back to this, tomorrow. I think. Either tomorrow or Thursday. Man, that's a noise. Vroom. We will be back to this soon, though. I'm pretty sure. I am pretty caught up. I remember vaguely what we have to do. The Gabriel parking brake. I love that. I will figure out what we have to do. There's a hint system. I kind of wonder what happens if we use it, but we just saved. We could reload. What if we use the hint system? If we click the hint button, absolutely nothing happens, actually. Almost 100 points out of 925. Yeah, that is a lot of points. Hints don't work until later in the game. There's a point where they're basically essential. I believe that. I believe that. Alright, let's see if there's anybody I want to throw you guys at on Twitch tonight on this most Halloweeny of weenies. Weenie of nights. There's Damage Control Blog. We rated them last time. And that is pretty much it. My follow list is barren as of late. Well, I suppose I will simply release you all into the ether. I tend not to... I am very shy about rating people I don't really know, and, I'm really shy about rating people in general. I will maybe get over that one day, but it won't be today. Anyway, I'm just gonna release y'all out into the ether. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've learned something about French Catholic mythology. And I had a good time. I hope you did too. Until next time, I have been Zyther QK Squirrel Mockington, and the Q stands for Queen, and the K stands for Kobold. And, take care. Stay frosty out there. It's almost winter, after all. Gabriel Knight, no! Oh, no! I'm changing back. Change me back, Mr. Wizard. There we go. Okay. Good night, everybody.